the people who are leading the Democratic Party at a time where the Democratic Party is lacking a real singular leader. I think that one of the reasons, or a couple of reasons why they chose Senator Slotkin is because she won a state in which Kamala Harris didn't during the same time frame by several points. It is because she is from the Midwest, and people believe that she appeals to American voters in a way that they think that the Democratic message was lacking this election. She is somebody who comes from a national security background, so she can talk about that from a firsthand point of view. And people believe that she's more down to earth. I think the other really interesting thing about Senator Slotkin is that she was actually among some of the Democrats to pretty early question the vitality of Joe Biden, question whether or not that should be the party leader, whether or not he should be on the ticket in a way that other folks didn't. And so I think that she has a big platform today, and it will be, time will only tell whether or not she delivers or whether or not people like her message. But certainly, this is an area for Democrats in which, they don't have a real leader.
Now, we just saw the Senate leave the chamber. They are out of session now. And this is live in Statuary Hall. As you can see, it did not take long for the Senate to make its way over to Stat Hall. J.D. Vance leading the charge of senators.
I also wanted to piggyback a little bit on what Jasmine was saying about Senator Slotkin. She, it was first elected in 2018 as part of this, kind of national security Democratic moms group with people like Abigail Spanberger, who left Congress and is now running for governor.
Former Assistant Defense Secretary for the Obama administration.
Right, Slotkin, and also a former CIA analyst. Right. Spanberger, another former CIA officer.
Running for governor now of Virginia.
Right, and Mikey Sherrill, who's a combat pilot, is also running for
governor of New Jersey.
And she
all Democrats.
Right, all Democrats, all women, all national security backgrounds, all moms. They're dream candidates. And they were part of that big wave when the Democrats reclaimed the majority in 2018. And I think that what Democratic operatives are looking for is more of the same, if they can tap into that kind of imagery and also their expertise.
Well, it looks there like Angus King, the gentleman with the mustache, right behind him is Rand Paul, walking in with the senator from Washington State, and Maggie Hassan from New Hampshire. So it does look like they are doing the D and the R thing like they have done in the past here. So
it is, I would love to see some of these these dynamics as you get down to the last bit. It's almost like being picked last for for a basketball game. Some people are naturally very compatible, and then sometimes you get stuck with somebody who you can't imagine ever having to want to take a photo with.
You're like, please don't film me. I mean, it's interesting. We just saw Senator Katie Britt of Alabama go past, and she obviously gave the rebuttal last year. And that was, frankly, not a great moment for her. I think that people did not receive it well. It felt a little bit odd, her speaking, the way that she was speaking during it.
And if you could just hold that thought for 2 seconds, Jasmine Wright, let's listen to Speaker Johnson. And you can see the 2 Senate leaders there, John Thune and Chuck Schumer just snuck by. Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, Democrat. J.D. Vance, the vice president, is in that mix. He's shaking people's hands on the side. John Barrasso, who is in the leadership. For the Republicans, Dick Durbin, 80 years old, in the leadership there, the gentleman in the gray hair in the back and the blue shirt. He was just reelected in 2020, and so he will be up in 26 if he runs again. And there's J.D. Vance. Jason, Dick, you have been covering these, the people on the aisle. What time do they get down there? And the late Sheila Jackson Lee was Democrat from Texas, was famous for always being on the aisle, regardless of presidents. I'd love to see that collection of photos. But how long does it take if you're going to get on the aisle here to greet the president and everybody else?
Sometimes they get there very early. Sometimes 4 or 5 hours or early as soon as the security sweep is over. It is a first come first serve situation. It's a little nerve wracking to be that, but they want to position themselves in, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, like they like those like corner
And there's
seats.
Nancy Mace in the white dress talking, a Republican of South Carolina, talking to J.D. Vance.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, it was a little lonely. I mean, some of the other people who come to mind who have, get there very early. Elliot Engel, former Democrat from New York. Cynthia McKinney, a Democrat from Georgia. And you'd hear about also just like small little bits of bonding, sometimes for people who wouldn't necessarily spend a lot of time together, particularly, Democrats and Republicans from different parts of the country and so forth. And it is it's one of those quirky kind of rituals that makes covering Congress a lot of fun to know about these sort of things. We've got some old photos in the roll call archive of people bringing newspapers and just reading them all day long, waiting for the president and people to start filling in.
And you can see the Joint Chiefs had come in. There's Senator Scott behind J.D. Vance. Byron Donalds running for governor of Florida as a Republican, big President Trump supporter on the campaign. There's Chip Roy, Republican of Texas, who has been a supporter and been, sometimes a
little bit of
I'll come out if he says anything wild. Activate. Activate the cameras. Whoa, we went into full screen mode. What the hell? That doesn't matter. It pumps anyways. It's Ryron 24. Ryron. 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 Okay, guys, it's 6. But, you know, the White House usually starts late, so we just gotta wait a little bit. So, it is rumored. Well, there's a bunch of things rumored. I don't know what's true, but apparently Trump's gonna announce a new pipeline in Alaska. Apparently he's gonna talk about crypto. He's gonna announce the Ukraine deal. And whatever else he can think of. Oh no, my charger. Hold on, I lost my charger. There it is. No, we just wait. We can't do anything else. Let's see. Let's check the streamings. Make sure we're good. Chillin'. Alright, I'll be back when he's on.
Performing on the biggest stage in the world was just one step in my journey. Hi, I'm Ronnie, and I teach people all over the world how to dance with their dogs on.
Guys, the White House feed sucks ass. They don't show all this before. They don't show anything. It just wait until President Trump comes out. But it's like, fuck, dude. I want to see all the before. I want to see everything interesting, not just the speeches. Come on now. Come on now. I want to see everything. I don't want to just see some speeches. I want to see everything. I want to see the pregame. I want to see everything, you know? You got to get out of debt. You got to get all the way out of debt.
On our allies in a way none of us could have imagined.
I want everybody to win. Everybody has to win.
Vladimir Putin
Become a member of this
sided with
channel. No,
Vladimir
thank you.
Putin
No, thank you.
Against an ally like Ukraine, sided with Vladimir Putin
Who the
against
fuck is
Russia,
talking?
Spoke publicly about the fact
Spoke
that the
publicly?
EU is constructed to quote unquote screw
Welcome
the
to
United
Knott's Berry
States
Farm.
and has taken on Canada and Mexico
Yeehaw,
with
partners.
25% tariffs. I mean,
Today
you know,
on the showdown, we
China
got
aside,
Ukraine
those are our
versus
allies.
America.
So
Yeah,
that
America.
is where we do that, and I'm not even mentioning
We got
the
Mike
talk about
Johnson
speaking with
standing
Iran
real
and
tall
what
right now
Israel,
next to
a
JD
very close
Vance.
ally, may think about that. So
I think maybe they'll be
certainly, I
talking
think
about how they're gonna
leaders around the world
handle
are gonna be watching tonight to see what this
Ukrainian
most
President
unpredictable
Zelensky.
American president has in store for the next few
Vladimir
weeks,
Zelensky.
let alone the next 3 years.
Well, you wonder if this might get better ratings than most U.S. states of the Union in Canada. Tonight, maybe Donald Trump will post that on Truth Social tomorrow. You wonder, Rick, which Trump we get tonight. Obviously, this
I
is
hope
a
we get
carefully
angry,
crafted address.
crazy,
You recall the
unhinged.
evening they loaded the wrong
My
speech
heart
into
goes
the
out to you
teleprompter
type
for
Trump.
Bill Clinton, and he just took the ball and ran with it. We also know this president likes to do that even when the right speech is loaded.
Unhinged. Let's go
Yeah, look,
unhinged.
I mean, he goes both ways. He will have the script, it will be loaded, and he'll refer to it. But there is also this thing, Joe, that you mentioned, which is he loves to go off script. And it's almost as much to probably try and poke fun at his staff. I can do this. People love it. This is who I really
Yeehaw.
am. But we'll get the real script. He'll get that done. But I can't wait to see where he departs from that script to either go extempore.
Prompter for the actual inaugural speech, then went to visit the overcrowded, the room with.
Come on, let's get this going. Let's get this going. I want to see already, bro. What the
It is 9:12
fuck?
p.m. Eastern time for anyone keeping track on the East Coast. But Rick, that speech
Give me
was
some speech or
entirely
something.
different in nature. It was almost like he didn't like.
Oh my god! Give me an ad before it even starts.
I like to do things myself.
Of, sort of off the rails speech, more like a campaign speech than a presidential inaugural. But again, we saw it time and time again during his previous inaugural addresses. So we have, 4 to compare this to, and every one of them he used an opportunity to depart from the text and go off on whatever tangent that he believes at that time he really needed to convey.
Let's see what other streams are going.
Again, just wanted to rattle the
Forbes.
staff
Let's see
who,
what Forbes is saying. Forbes is saying nothing. Tisk tisk. Oh yeah? They just come out? Let's go to the White House feed.
Speaker, the President of the United States.
Here we go. Let me take my hat off, show my hairline. Where is he? I can't even see him. Get out the way, folks. Get out the way. There he is. He looks short. He looks like a midget out there. He looks oranger than ever. There we go. Look at that orange jawline. USA, 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 USA. USAID.